Hi guys, Anime Magica here with my next deck video. This one's basically like another one of the rebuilds like I did for my Exodia and Spellcasters. This one's for my Dragons deck now. Big changes to it this time. There's a lot less of the cards that were slowing it down, like Blackluster Soldier, Paladin of White Dragon, Lord of D. All of them have been removed. Extra deck's gotten a few cards bigger, not by many, but still better than the last one. So I'll just dive straight in with it. You'll notice quite a few of the changes in that as I go through, which are pretty much staple dragon deck changes. Still running the 3 blue eyes, obvious reasons, for the ultimate dragon, and also just because it's a 3000 beat stick. Blue eyes shining dragon, because I've got an ultimate dragon, I can just sack that, summon this, and it gains 300 for every dragon in the grave. Any spell, trap, or monster effects that target it are negated. So, yep. Only thing I can't dodge is like torrential tributes, anything that says destroy all, or target all, well not target all, or just destroy all monsters like Mirror Force and stuff like that, I can't negate. Light and Darkness Dragon. I would have swapped this out for a Prime Material Dragon, but there weren't any going where I was getting trades. And even if they were, likelihood is no one would trade one to me. But still, Light and Darkness seems like a good substitute. I mean, yeah, he's an additional tribute to summon him, and he's pretty much negate everything, including your own stuff. But really, it was either that or, well, yeah, you get the picture. One Dread Dragon. Obvious reasons I run this, because it's a level 2 tuner monster now. Running synchros in this deck. Also, when it's destroyed by battle, I get to search out a level 3 or lower dragon type monster and add it to my hand. So mass dragons, twin-headed behemoth, whitestones, magna dragos, anything like that, I can just search my deck and add it. I'm running these guys for the time being until I get some more of the cards that I want. Double Golem Dragon, basically 2000 blockers, 200 attack. If they're face up in defense mode, your opponent can't select any other dragon type monster as an attack target, so 2 of these guys face up and it's kind of like a lock. Pretty good. Triple Mass Dragon, basic staple of the deck, search engine, allows me to get to most of my dragon monsters like Dread Dragon, Golem Dragon, Twin-Headed Behemoth, or even more Mass Dragons, or even my Whitestones. Double Mirage Dragon, battle phase trap stunners, really. If I've got this guy face up on the field during the battle phase, during my battle phase, actually it's during the battle phase, so any battle phase really. Yeah, pretty much during the battle phase my opponent can't activate traps if I've got this face up. So Calls of the Haunted, Dimensional Prisons, Sakuretsus, Mirror Forces, all stopped. Unless of course they Book of Moon it. 2 Light Hexel fusions at the minute. The reason I'm running this guy is because it just gives me an extra bit of fusion material I can use for Dragon's Mirror. Or, yeah, basically that's all I use it for. Dragon's Mirror or Polymerization I'll use for this guy. So if I've got, say, 2 blue eyes in hand with this and Polymerization, summon this, activate Polymerization, it can count as a fusion material. So all of them can go to the grave and I'll get a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And if this guy's in the grave, I can obviously use Dragon's Mirror, banish this and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon if it's in the grave by that point, and get out Dragon Master Knight. Pretty handy. Now finally running 3 Whitestone of Legends, so none of that Kyberman, Paladin and 1 Whitestone combo was really slowing this deck down. But yeah, I can basically send these guys to the when they're sent to the grave. I get a Blue Eyes to my hand, and also the level 1 tuners. Also easily searchable by Dread and Mass Dragons. I only have the 1 Totem Dragon at the minute, wanting to get more, preferably running 2 or 3 in the deck, and then I'd obviously take out the Golden Dragons, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing at the minute. Basically, counts as 2 tributes for a Dragon type monster. During the standby phase, this thing's in the grave, I can special summon it if I control no monsters. Only trouble is, if I'm going to use that effect, I need to have nothing but Dragon type monsters in my graveyard. And when it's removed from the field, it's removed from play. I'm running double Mass Dragos for the time being, because it's a level 2 tuner. 1400 beat stick, and if it inflicts damage, it can increase its power by 200. Vanguard of the Dragon. Basically, I can send dragons from my hand to the graveyard to give it a 300 boost. So whitestones, anything really like that. Really, the whitestones would be more profitable. This thing will gain 300, and I gain a Blue Eyes. And when it's removed from the field by a card effect, I can select a normal dragon in either player's graveyard and special summon it to my side of the field. At the minute, I've still got the twin-headed behemoth in here. Basically, I usually just set this guy and then get him blown away, but his effect is that once per duel, he can be special summoned back from the graveyard if he was destroyed by battle. Well, it's just any methods actually, not just by battle, just destroyed and sent to the graveyard. I can special summon it during the end phase with 1000 attack and defense, but the effect can only be used once per duel, so ancient rules. Just if I've got Blue Eyes in the hand, I can activate this and just slam a Blue Eyes straight onto the field. No tributes or anything, and I can still normal summon. I'm only running the 1 Cards of Consonance at the minute. I want to get another one, so I can obviously just send my whitestones to the grave, draw 2, and then get another Blue Eyes from the deck. Running the 1 Dragon's Mirror. So if I've got the 3 Blue Eyes in the graveyards, which I'm not afraid to do because I've got a trade in this thing, and I can obviously just discard with other cards. But yeah, I can just remove them from the graveyard and special summon out a Dragon Fusion like Dragon Master Knight or Blue Eyes Ultimate. Heavy Storm. I am so glad this thing came back because it was getting beyond the joke finding space for 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. With a good card coming back, and there are still a lot of ways it can be negated, like with Starlight Road, so you have to be really careful on how you play this. But yeah, it's pretty handy if they've got something like just spell cards, or spamming you with like Royal Decrees, something like that. You can get rid of them all just in an instant or something like that. And also if they just set a load of trap cards against you, you can probably do something like that. But as I say, you've got to be really careful on how you use this now because of the cards that come out that are negated, like Stardust Dragon and Starlight Road and that. Lightning Vortex. Toss a card, destroy all phase-up monsters your opponent controls. Monster Reborn. MST. Polymerization. Pot of Avarice, because I find sending the whitestones, the Blue Eyes and all the other dragons to the grave, it ends up going through the deck pretty quick. So this allows me to just get some of those monsters back and draw a couple of them. Swords. I'm surprised that things went back up to 2. I think it's because people are barely running it now. But it just takes up a spell space, which I don't really have. And a trade-in, which I'm looking to swap out for a Cards of Consonance. So basically with that I just toss in level 8 Dragon type. So I can say activate Whitestone. So activate Cards of Consonance, send a Whitestone, draw 2 cards, get a Blue Eyes, and then activate trade-in and send another 2. Send a Blue Eyes to draw another 2. Also coming in for the traps now, Call the Haunted. I only have the one copy in this deck. I'm actually quite surprised this went up to 2, but I think with it being treated as like kind of an equip card and people using it for XYZ material, and it's staying up on the field because it clearly states on the card that the monster special summon needs to be destroyed for this card to go. Well, I think that's a ruling anyway. But yeah, Dimensional Prison, Drain Shield. Also, the reason I run Dimensional Prison is because it just works so much better than a Sakuretsu in terms of its versatility. And the fact that it can't be negated by Stardust just makes it a bit better. Raigeki Break. Toss a card to destroy one. Spellbinding Circle, just for a quick stall, or to seal someone from attacking. And I want to swap this out for a Bottomless, but I'm just going to have to stick with the normal Trap Hole. But then again, in some cases, the normal Trap Hole is pretty handy for something like Junk Synchron, not Road Synchron, stuff like that. Junk Synchrons, Gale the Whirlwinds, stuff, anything with kind of like, that kind of goes on the borderline between 1500 and 1000. This card can pretty much cover it. So that's pretty much the monsters, spells, traps and that for the deck. Extra deck now. You obviously know I'll run the 2 fusions. I'm looking to get another Blue Eyes Ultimate for this deck, so it would work better. And obviously, when it comes to it, I'd also like to get a 5-headed dragon, so I can finally put Future Fusion back in this deck, which I've now taken out. So yeah, now the Synchro monsters I've added in. I took the Red Dragon Archfiend out of my old Synchro deck because that card's now been replaced with another Stardust. So he's in here for this, like a 3000 beat stick, and also to eradicate the defense if it comes up. I bought a couple of Turbo Pack Stardust Dragons, so one of them's in here, and I put another one in my Synchro deck. Pretty much level 8, 2500 beat stick, and his effect, you pretty much all know it by now. Iron Chain, easy level 6. With most of the cards I've got in the deck, I can pretty much summon this guy really easily. 2500 beat stick, and if he inflicts damage, that's the top 3 milled from the opponent's deck to the grave. And finally, Ancient Fairy Dragon, level 7, 3000 blocker, 2100 attack, and an effect allows you to special summon level 4s from your hand. So that's reasonably handy. So that's my newly revamped Dragons deck. Tell me what you think of it, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later. The next deck I'll be going over is my revamp of the Synchro deck, which is just a kind of fun build, like the scraps that I have. It's quite fun to mess around with. Not really a tournament deck, but still. And then I'll be going over a new deck that I've just finished building based on the new ban list that's come out, so obviously you'll be seeing a bit more of this guy. So glad I held on to him. But I'll get more into that in my later videos. So yeah, see you guys around.